Today's the day. I've got Ricky from kWh come over to, we're changing, so I've got my all-in-one 13.5 kilowatt kWh battery in, pre-installed, done, or hanky, whatever, yeah. But today we're going to be wiring and showing you guys how it's wired in parallel between the two. There was two options. So the first option was we were going to use the subboard, which is fully populated at the moment, but we're not doing that anymore. Would be a 6mm to an isolator going to the board, 6mm to an isolator going to the board, and then this board would then be fed in a 16mm twin and earth because of the current then potentially going back to the gateway, but we're not doing that. The other way was we've got double pole RCBOs. These were, I got them online, I think they're about £53 each, which will allow me in the gateway, because we already have the RCD and the breaker, and it takes up 4 modules. But because we don't need these, I can take them out, which gives us the 4 spaces for free for here. So then we can do 6mm, 6mm, all to there. We've got a data already going to this battery. We've then got to run 2 datas from that battery to this battery, obviously the isolator, and that's all contained within that. And then very soon, the scaffold should be going up today. And then you're going to run through later with my inverter of how we're going to do that within the gateway. So first things first, because that's rear entry. Everyone likes a bit of rear. I just squatted as well when I did that. It was weird. I didn't do it for this, so we're going to strip this apart, drill through, feed some cables, and we've just had to go to CEF and buy myself another isolator because I was well prepared for Ricky turning up today. That's simple, easy peasy. And now I've got to take all the batteries out, haven't I? Well, at least I can take the batteries out, unlike other horrible battery storage systems. Look at this, battery 2.1. Oh my word. He's done this before. Ready? Look at that, easy peasy. Ricky's just having to sit there and wait for me to stop being weird and making stuff. Just gonna, because we've got to get behind all this, whiz this off, and then realistically, unless there's anything ever wrong with the battery or I change it in 10 years, this will never come off again. I was going to spray it all black, but then I think it looks nice like this. HO7 going on, and bless Ricky, he's over here, look. He's doing the connections for me on the cat cables. We've got, okay, so we've got HO7 6mm with some crimps on the end, ferrules on the end, into our isolator. That's now matched up with that. Those 2 isolators are going to get changed because I'm going to get the scammy ones, whatever, as when the inverters go up. So they all match. We've ran 2 datas. Orange is for gateway, blue is for battery. God, you're clever, you should do this for a job. So we've got the gateway comms and then the battery comms that go backwards and forwards. So we can now, I've hoovered as well. You know when you hate that you've fitted something so perfectly together and then you got to take it apart and put it back together again. It's done, it's fine. I don't even put the screws in, mate. It's just held in by its own weight. It is time. So the RCBOs go in here. We've took out the dual module. Let me grab that. This is currently live, grid side, dead, battery side. So you got it, the bridges, I just yanked it out a little bit, but it's fine, CT1 it back together. Leaves us 2 bits. So inside the board, so 2 bus bars there, grid side, these bus bars in here, bus bars, whatever. I see your comments, don't you worry. In there, they're off the battery. So we currently have 2 link leads that originally went into the old breaker. We need to do that again. So on the back there, they're glued in. I thought it was slime, but it's like hard glue. We've got terminal, live and neutral. I'm going to do some more links down to here. And then when I do my EV, which I'm going to get a hypervolt, it's currently off this one and it's currently attached to the battery side. But because it's not a give one, we need to alter the wiring with this. So we need to take a permanent supply from the live side so it makes sure that it's not draining the batteries, which would be these, because these would just empty completely into the car. and it cost me a fortune. So that's going to get changed at some point. And then for the PV stuff, which will be going here, correct? So this is the car, this is the PV. So with the car, I mean, to be fair, the MCB I've just took out, would that not, oh, it's the 32. Realistically, I need a 40, don't I? Oh, okay. So, but realistically, if I want it to match, I can get a 40 amp version of that, stick that in there, wire it from the grid side, and we're good to go. Right, I'll get these link leads made up and let you know how easy it was to break this glue. So the glue's come off. It wasn't that bad. I could unscrew them quite easily, which here, sorry, power's off. But it was pulling the glue off. It was a bit of a pain. It's like not tacky, but at the same time, not hard, if that makes sense. Batteries are in. I have labelled them. I wanted to put some heat shrink on it, but it's too late now. Anyway, battery 1, battery 2, battery 1, battery 2. We've got our own links made up. They're all in the back, in there, tightened up and through here. So that's that bit for this. And then with the PV, with the 2 inverters, as when I do all that, these 2 are going to go. We're going to duplicate that exactly over to here, and it's exactly the same format. So literally the other week for me became my 6-year anniversary on YouTube. 6 years. How am I not a million? I'm joking. I appreciate you all. But with that, over the years, I've obviously really tried to work with companies that, one, the products that I buy myself, and if it was to break and I'd been given it for free, I would happily buy it again with my own money. I've consistently, in my eyes, tried to be as honest over the years with everything. I overshare all the time, and I know that. So when it comes to me with the sponsorship stuff, I hope that you guys all trust me that what I'm saying is accurate, I like the product, and I would pay for it myself. So with Tradeify with myself, and I've said this to you guys time and time again, if you're new to this, I've got ADHD and I'm highly dyslexic. Turn around, try and do paperwork, doesn't happen. Give me a pen and paper, nah, not gonna happen. But with Tradeify, it's on my phone, it's on my iPad, it's on my Mac. I can send invoices on the go. I can schedule work in. At the moment, while I'm doing my house up, I'm doing a lot of sub working for Matt, for Adam the other day actually, for Mitch. And it's really quick and easy. As soon as the job's done, I can literally click new invoice, select them, put the details in, my hourly rate or the day rate, times it by how many times we were there, click send, it's straight to them. And it is as simple as easy as that. And when you do the subcontracting, if the person that you are working for also has Tradeify, they can add you as a member and they can schedule working for you as well, which makes life way easier. All it does, it pops up on my phone saying, oh, Mitchell Artis has requested a job in 2 weeks at this date for 4 days. Literally comes up, approve, click approve, puts it in your diary for you, notifies him, and it's as simple as that. There is a 14-day free trial, or it is 30% off for the first 3 months. Links in the description, go and check it out. Oh, so you mean, yeah. While I'm actually sat doing nothing for once, which is lovely, Ricky's got a laptop out, USB, what did you call it, local update, firmware update, so he's gone round. They're still off at the ISOs, but the batteries are turned on the side. USB stick in, they've done that. To commission or to add another battery, you have to uncommission that to then pair the both. That's just the way it is. So Ricky's doing that for me, which is what I already did originally on my phone, but it's much easier to do it on a laptop, which I don't own. And then once that's on, we can push the cables. I'll show you where the data cables go into the first battery, where they've gone into the second battery. And then as and when that's all done, it will connect to my phone and we'll have a look at the app with them both on. And you're going to run through some settings with me to make sure I'm getting it the optimum that it can be with the Agile tariff I'm on. But very soon, obviously Octopus I'm on Agile because I got the battery, but with the solar panels and then the EV charger going on, I'm going to be opening up to 3 different tariffs. And you said the best one is the intelligent one currently, but we're going to go through all that and talk about prices. But they're both commissioned now. I'll show you the data in a second. So what Ricky's having to do is a calibration cycle, which will drain them all overnight and then fully charge them, and then they will sync themselves up. But in here, so I can't quite see because it's around the corner, your grey one is our gateway in, blue one is our battery to the other one, and then the orange is gateway out. That runs across and it's just duplicated up in there as well. Ricky's just explained to me, which is very useful in case anyone out there doesn't know this, because I didn't. with Octopus, when we went to Agile, I didn't know that they take control of your battery because you put your details in, they sent a code or something, I can't remember, it was a while ago. And you tell them what you've got. They said all in one, okay, great. A couple of days later, it switched over and it activated itself and whatever. But I know I played with the settings a little bit within the Give Energy app to try and maximize what I think would be when it should discharge this, that, and the other. I think he just said to me that it doesn't matter because Octopus have control of it. So within you changing the settings, within 10 for 20 minutes, they've changed them back. So they have full control over the batteries of best time to use, not to use. And is it correct? And you've just said to me, is it correct in saying like, if there's a high demand around the area, Octopus will go, right, you've got loads of power.
We're going to use
give me some.
Supplement.
And then they'll take it. So if you didn't know that, if you're with Agile Octopus, they full. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So when it starts growing legs and coming upstairs. So yeah, just thought you guys should know. But other than that, there's not a great deal I can show you as of right now because they need to drain, they need to fill back up. And then very soon, the scaffolder hasn't turned up because it's raining. No surprise, it's probably in the pub. And then we can start doing all the stuff with the solar. And so the Ultra PV is already up there. We can pop it in here. I'm going to get rid of all this because it's all rear entry. And I'm also going to...
I'm not looking.
He's not looking. It's bottom entry and all the stuff for the inverters, but I don't want to see any cables there. So I've took the cover off and double checked, and there is ample space for me to drill a big hole in the back of it, bring the cables through that way. So that's the plan.